Hello, this is Ask Michael Show, where you ask your productivity questions and I answer them. Let's go. Okay, so this is this, age-old question. Why Nozbe doesn't have sub-project or sub-tasks or things like that? Well, we do, kind of. So what we do allow is when you have projects, you can attach labels to them. So we can label, group projects together. And with tasks, you can add checklists as comments to the tasks, which help you just, make this task smaller, make the problem smaller, and just, divide it into small actionable steps. This is how we tackle this, and we've been doing this for the last 10 years. And very often people ask us, maybe you should introduce sub-projects, and because this, there's one mother project and there are some relevant projects. Yeah, but this makes this hierarchy really, really hard to follow later, to really execute. And Nozbe is about getting things done. Not managing tasks. It's about getting tasks done. For us, done is all you need. Done is the more important thing. You have to get things done. And many task managers focus on the management part, and we nailed down the management part. But in order for you to get things done, and the idea is that when you have a project that is relevant to another project, just mark them with the same label. So for example, I have all marketing projects labeled with label marketing, my private projects with label private. I have my CEO projects labeled with CEO. This way I can really change focus. And also when we are doing for example, a special promotion or things like that, we have a few projects with that. We also create a label promotion, and then group these projects together. This way I can narrow down my focus very easily. But when I uncheck the label, I can see all the projects at a glance, in one shot. And we've been through this. We've been through having more hierarchy, less hierarchy, flat structure, not flat structure. And as you can see, increasingly in the world, people want to simplify. People want to have flat structure. I think the companies are getting rid of managers that are not contributing to the work, but are just managing the managers and the managers and the management. So they're really the idea is to have a flat structure as possible, also with your projects and tasks, because then you can see things at a glance. It's just easier to get to the project that you want to get to the task that you want to get to, and then get it done. And for us, done is all you need. So we are really optimizing Nozbe, and we've been doing this for the last 10 years. So we know what we've been doing, and we have had these arguments with some users, we want to have some structure. And very often people who have been using Nozbe, they move to a different, application because it had sub projects and sub tasks and things like that. But then later they came back, seeing that grass is not always greener on the other side, that a complicated structure looks good as a picture, looks good, but later when you want to execute, when you want to get things done, a flat structure is just better. That's why we enable grouping, we enable labels, we enable checklists, but we don't want you to create a hierarchy of different sub-projects and projects and tasks.